actually, if Ms. Roselle's here, could we add the township?
Right under community?
Yeah. They get lost on the way to that.
More important, where has our longest standing returning public network?
I actually, I'm almost ready to work.
Kind of miss him. Yeah, I'm like, is he okay? I'm worried about him.
We've got enough for getting moving. All right, we are gonna go ahead and get moving. So first things first, I would love to entertain a motion to close executive session.
Motion to close executive.
Thank you very much, Mr. Allen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Executive is closed at 7:25. And with that, we'd like to say welcome to everyone. Thank you for coming out to our Board of Education meeting. There are much more exciting things going on right next door, but we appreciate you coming out here because we're going to celebrate some awesome people tonight who are doing some amazing things. To start off, we have some housekeeping. The first thing, please note that the public session of tonight's meeting is being audio and video recorded in accordance with District Policy number 0168. Also, the Board of Education meeting is being recorded and live streamed. All remarks are part of the public record and subject to applicable laws, policies, and public records request. Speakers are solely responsible for their own statements and are expected to comply with board policy and all applicable laws. Do not disclose confidential or protected information. The board reserves the right to enforce rules of order and remove or mute disruptive participants. And with all of that, if you would stand, if you are able, for our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. To lead things off, we'd like to start our meetings with a general open public comment. You'll find on the agenda, or you can always check out the agenda on boeagendas.com or the district website, and you can review the rules and guidelines for public comment. The most important thing is when you come up, please state your name, your municipality of residence, and then let us know what you want to say. We do try to keep things to 3 minutes per speaker. That way everyone gets a chance to speak should they so choose. And with that, we are going to open public comment at 7:27.
And maybe remind that we split the comments so that you can do any longer.
So we'll also remind you, if you don't feel comfortable speaking now or you're waiting to learn some more about something in the agenda, there is a second public comment at the end of the meeting. Last call. Yes, ma'am.
Melissa Schubert, Southampton. So I just wanted to say that on the advice of Council Hoffman and DeMuzio, I'm requesting to have formally requesting a closed session either this evening or at the earliest convenience of the Board of Ed. So
What's this related to?
my daughter and the principal and the situations that have been going on with the principal and the lack of administrating she's doing in School 1. Same thing that I've been here for.
Just wanted to make sure. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right. I'm just going to ask our solicitor, since you did ask publicly, do we treat that as a formal request?
Yeah, it is a formal request. I would advise that we can discuss and set a date convenient to the board once we have.
Absolutely. Would that be acceptable?
What was your answer?
That we not do it this evening, but we set a date that we can all meet together in a closed session, since we've already had our executive session and the agenda only has one.
So you'll reach out to me when you're going to have one and when I can come for a closed meeting?
If you can give me, after the meeting, if you can give me your attorney's information, we can do that.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Any other public comments? All right. Hearing none, I will close our first public comment at 7:29. Moving on down to our approval for the agenda, I would love to entertain a motion to accept the agenda as published.
Motion to accept the agenda as published.
Thank you, Mr. Bonner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hahn. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Correspondence. So you'll see, board members, we have a couple things. The one that we definitely want to point out here is the thank you letter that we sent out to Clover Valley Farm, and also we copied that to our school food provider NutriServe. For those who weren't aware, Clover Valley worked with the district and they provided free lunch to school number 1 students and staff for National Agricultural Day on March 24th, serving hot dogs and hamburgers with food made and procured right here in Southampton on farms in town. NutriServe did donate all the fixings and a bagel bag, as well as the sides and beverages. I just want to personally say that Mrs. Wainwright and her family are amazing residents in Southampton. They've done a lot for a lot of people, and this was a really cool event. I know my school one kid was very excited and loved the food. So, do anyone have any questions for anyone regarding that, or any other comments?
Just a big thank you, yeah, that's pretty neat,
Pretty cool.
so.
It was nice. She also came in and presented to a second grade class and a kindergarten class, an agricultural class, so on her own time, that was nice, outside of the lunch.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, again, thank you to Clover Valley Farm. It's really awesome when our kids can see where their food comes from. It's super important, especially when it's not super ultra processed and it's natural. It's great. Moving on to community topics and presentations. Turn it over to Mrs. Roseborough.
All righty. This is the best part of the night.
I don't know, it has contention tonight. There's some exciting stuff in this section.
Okay, we are going to start out the evening presentation with Miss Akron.
Just bring them with you, yeah.
And I'm really excited for this one because you are a new teacher in the school district. So I'm really excited for you to get this recognition. Miss Akron stepped into a role that was still developing and quickly ensured that our ESL program became fully compliant with state regulations while also tailoring it to best meet the specific needs of our district. Her knowledge of English learners and their unique academic and social emotional needs is exceptional. She not only supports her students, but also collaborates closely with classroom teachers, providing effective strategies and guidance to help English learners succeed in all content areas. She serves as an invaluable interpreter for our non-English speaking families, helping to strengthen communication and build trusting relationships between home and school, which is awesome. Recently, she administered the WIDA Access Assessment independently, demonstrating her deep understanding of the testing process. She confidently interprets student scores and clearly explains the results to staff, ensuring that we use the data effectively to support instruction. Ms. Akron, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Okay, just want to make sure. Actively participates in I&RS meetings and continually looks for ways to support both students and staff. She is even hosting March's new teacher academy, yay! Further demonstrating her leadership and commitment to our district. Flexible, knowledgeable, and always willing to help whenever needed, Ms. Akron is a true team player and an incredible asset to our school community. We are so fortunate to have her. So thank you. You're making a big difference. Your first year. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do about smiling too much. Mr. Donald, come on over.
Yeah, it's only 4.
And I am honored to give this to you because I've known you as a teacher for, we don't say how many years, but. She was one of the ones we've broken off, so as a parent. I am honored to nominate Miss Outstanding I am honored to nominate our outstanding media specialist for Employee of the Month. She consistently goes above and beyond in every aspect of her role, demonstrating exceptional dedication to both students and staff. Her passion for literacy and learning is evident in the engaging, creative lessons and activities she thoughtfully designs. And if you guys ever have an opportunity to go through school and see the things that she does, it's amazing. Each visit to the library is more than just a class period. It is an experience that sparks curiosity, imagination, and a genuine love of reading. She has an incredible ability to organize and manage the media center with efficiency and warmth, creating a welcoming environment where students feel excited to explore books and ideas. Her lessons are purposeful, innovative, and aligned with classroom learning, supporting students across grade levels in meaningful ways. Her leadership truly shines during Read Across America. We love Read Across America. She plans and executes outstanding activities that energize the entire school community, from creative themes and interactive events to collaborative projects that involve staff and families. She turns the celebration into a memorable experience that reinforces the joy and importance of reading. In addition to her daily responsibilities, she continually offers support to colleagues, share resources, and look for ways to enhance school-wide literacy initiatives. Her positive attitude, organization, and commitment to excellence make her an invaluable asset to our campus. She exemplifies what it means to go above and beyond, and she is most deserving of Employee of the Month recognition.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you again for being such amazing examples for our kids and our community. We really appreciate your service. And with that, we are going to move on to another individual definitely deserving of recognition. Quite proud of the job he did at the NJSBA 8th grade dialogue. I'll let Megan lead us in.
Ms. Grosser,
Ms.
were
Grosser?
you gonna do Henry's intro? Or was I?
I was not.
Okay, I'm gonna. You do the picture. We have a little snafu. I don't have your certificate, but Henry, come on up here. I wanna talk about you for a second. Henry's here with his lovely family. He's got little ones with him this time. Well, we went over to Helen Fort Middle School in Pemberton. Several board members attended. I have to say, he was the best up there.
Yeah.
His comments, the best. Just so real. Just a really good kid, a real good-hearted kid. You could see that his family has poured into him about being a good human being, and as well as looking forward to high school. He did note that he would be sad to leave Southampton Township, and I think he built many memories here as a student, right, in Southampton. Yeah, so he was very well spoken. For people that don't know what the 8th grade discussion is, one individual student is selected for the 8th grade discussion. It's across the whole county. It's a complete stage full of students. They go through and ask multiple questions about their experience here in Southampton, what they look forward to, who has impacted them in their lives and in the school. And students have to go up there, and public speaking is hard. Public speaking can be difficult to do. He did not show that he was nervous or hesitant at all to share how he felt. I think we all said the same thing walking away. We were super proud to honor you, Henry. I will get you a certificate, I apologize. But we want to thank your family for coming out once again. I think it's a real nice, we're looking forward to seeing what you do in high school at Seneca. We know you're off to great things. We're going to miss you, that smile, such a handsome boy, so cute. So we want to congratulate you. Thank you, parents, for coming. Brothers, thank you for coming too. We appreciate you. And we hope that one day you walk right in the same footsteps as your brother, because he's an amazing role model, and we're proud to say he's a Southampton student. Good job. Congratulations.
The 8th grade dialogue is always such an awesome event. No one is going to be as honest with you as a bunch of 8th graders who are like, I'm going to high school next year. I can let loose. And he was just real. which is really, I appreciate it. Everyone did a great job, all the students did a great job, but you knew he was speaking from his heart, and he didn't stutter, he didn't hesitate, he spoke clearly, and that is impressive, and I would be remiss if I didn't also point out that in addition to his apparent public speaking skills, he also has been really active here at Southampton, just generally across the board, and really puts his whole heart and his whole effort into everything that he does. And he's an example to other students here. So thank you for setting that example and setting the bar pretty high for everyone coming up behind you. All right. We're going to shuffle a little bit because I think our PTA rep is trying to get here. So if you want to, we're going to jump to Ms. Roseborough to discuss the women's conference. You had the opportunity to attend. Just want to let us know what it was about, how it went.
Oh my gosh, okay. Put me on the spot, I wasn't prepared. So, I was privileged and honored to attend. New Jersey School Board has a women's leadership conference that they do every year. And I've gone through to it in past years, and I was really looking forward to going to it this year specifically because of the guest speaker that we had. And I apologize, her name is not coming to me, but she was phenomenal. There were a lot of women leaders, school board members in that room. The workshops were phenomenal. I unfortunately had to leave a little early because my daughter was getting married the next day and rehearsal dinner was that night. But I really wanted to hear the guest speaker, so I went that night. I know, but I read about her. She was phenomenal, and I really wanted to hear her. So thank you for allowing me to attend, and it's an inspiring event for all of the women who are in leadership positions on the school boards, and it's an opportunity for all of us to get together, to network, to see what other school boards are doing, and just to bring back ideas.
Thank you. I guess now how it went. I'm just now realizing that I believe our PTA rep is actually in the Warrior Dome next door because we have a show going. So I will just go over her notes were earlier. Just to let everyone know, the PTA wanted to say thank you in regards to their recently held first ever cash bingo night. It was a resounding success, so I have been told by community members. We had the Warrior Dome packed. An interesting fact, we did ask who was here from Southampton that night, because for those who don't know, it was a very busy night in the area. Leisure had a bingo going, Tabernacle had a bingo going. And the whole dome got full, and over half of the attendees weren't even from Southampton. So it was just really cool to see. I don't think the final numbers are out, but I know that a ton of money was brought in that's going directly to kids' programs, which is what it's for. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So I know the PTA is thankful for that support. And we also had the Warrior Wagon this week, thanks to all who donated. The hospitality crew came through the schools and did a trail mix Warrior Wagon. My understanding was that it was well received.
It was wonderful, sorry. It was wonderful.
So we were really excited about that. The final PTA-sponsored middle school dance was recently. It was Western themed. I got a chance to attend that one. I know we don't get to go to the dances. It was a ton of fun. The kids had a blast. They eat pizza like monsters, but we were happy to feed them. And then upcoming, the end of the year is very busy in Southampton Township School District between PTA, NJSLA, everything under the sun. But as far as the PTA things coming up, of course, 8th grade dinner dance is coming. It's around the corner. Keep your eyes open for invitations. And we also have, I believe there is one more dance, but it's not PTA. It's student council, I believe.
I
Yes?
think it is the last one is student council.
Student council. So that is still coming for those who are asking why the dances are over. there are still more. And aside from that, if you want to know more about what the PTA is doing, please check out their website, stpta.org. And with that, we have one more point of community topic. We have our Deputy Mayor, Ms. Roselle here. Do you have anything for us this evening?
Can I go later?
Absolutely. She
Thank
will
you.
then speak later on. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call a brief recess. Thank you for everyone for coming out. We will take, let's say, 5. All right?
So we don't have a teacher rep? We don't have a teacher rep tonight?
No. Nope. No teacher rep tonight.
You know, what I heard that the moderator was absolutely outstanding.
Thank
That you kept it going and were fun and everything.
I had so much fun. go ahead and get rolling. It's 7:50. We have a quorum. We're going to move to item number 7, which is the approval of the minutes. If I could entertain a motion to approve the February 19th, 2026 work session and executive minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Donner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowie. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please. Mrs. Donner.
Mrs. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Donner,
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey,
Yes.
Mr. Hart,
Yes.
Mr. Allen's, God, comes back. Mrs. Roseborough,
Yes.
Mr. Hahn.
Yes.
Mr. Corelli.
Yes. Motion carries. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, go ahead. No, we can look for them. We can keep moving. All right. Board Secretary's report. Did everyone get a chance to review all of the reports as listed? All right. I am going to go ahead and move for the motion, and we can discuss if anyone has any discussion points during that point. So with that being said, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the Board Secretary report.
Motion to approve Secretary's report.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. We have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Okay, discussion. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Mr. Don?
I lost it, wait a second. There was a $7,000 bill for event manager.
Is it on Bill's list?
Bill's list 2, yes.
Oh,
It's
Bill's
number
list
2.
too.
There it is. Found it.
Oh.
7291.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Whiteley Software.
Yes, that is our new facilities request. Right now, we use a facilities request through, School Dude. We do it old-fashioned style here. People email or fill out a form, paper pencil, they mail it in. This is in conjunction with our asset tickets for IT and maintenance. Now we'll have a forward-facing facility, so we're basically getting rid of School Dudes, which is a cost to the district. This is now facilities request, and it will be forward-facing for the community. They wanna request to use the building. Cost will be, it's easier to track revenue as things come in and people use, the facilities for whatever it may be, any function or anything. So this is the new system we're gonna use to get away from that old, paper pencil facility request form.
Okay.
All the custodians will have a login, they'll know what's going on in the building, you know, there's no miscommunication there, it's just to streamline that all.
All right.
So if then somebody else wants to use the
Yeah.
facility, they'll see if it's available?
Yep, like, if STRA is ready with all their dates for basketball, they'll go into the calendar, request their dates. If there's a conflict in one of the areas, cause we have a school-based function in there, it'll automatically pop up red.
Okay.
If someone wants to use it on Saturday and they're required to cover the custodians during that time, that cost will automatically be on there when they select that day, so that they'll know that's the cost to it. And it allows us to really understand what's coming and going, in the whole district.
So the school will own this outright, no licensing fee month to month or anything
This
like
is a
that?
2-year, right now is a 2-year,
So it's 2 year.
contract. This is a 2-year contract, yes. And we were paying for School Dudes, yearly also.
And what was that?
I believe it was around 6 or 7, cause everything, all the ticketing used to go through School Dude, and we moved away, Brightly actually bought School Dude over, but they did not have a facility, request portal when we got the asset for maintenance and IT. So now they have that, and we're just bringing it all together under one. I don't think the cost difference is much, but I can get you an exact number. Mary can look it up.
As someone who used to have to fill out those facility request forms, thank you.
They're a nightmare.
I mean, when I have to do it here, and then you go to Seneca, and you go, like you're right, you go to the website,
You
do
just
the
fill it
facility,
out.
you fill it out, you can go in and see when it's approved, you can see the status,
Yes.
it's just really nice.
Yeah, it'll streamline it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with annex, track, like if we're
So,
gonna have the community
right.
using those spaces.
And that's what we're anticipating, the track, the maintenance, figuring out who's where, when, and what that's gonna look like. plus the bus annex that'll be available too for community events.
Any other questions for the board secretary's report? Okay. Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey?
Yes.
Mr. Hart?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
Mr. Corelli?
Yes, motion carries. Moving on to the superintendent's report. Again, everyone took time to review the reports as listed. I'd like to entertain the motion, and then we will open it up for any discussions, questions, or follow-up. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the superintendent's report, items number, actually, I'm gonna back that up 1 second.
Yeah.
So let's break it out. We're gonna do the HIB report first, and then we're gonna vote on that separately. Did everyone get a chance to review the HIB report? We're kind of limited in what can be asked, so I'm not gonna extend into that realm. So with that, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the HIB report with the result of founded and the listed incident number.
So to clarify, you're pulling out 9A.
Yes.
So motion to approve 9A.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please. Mrs. Conroy?
Mrs. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey?
Yes.
Mr. Hart?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
Mr. Corelli?
Yes, motion carries. Okay, now we are going to 9B through 9A. Can I have a motion to approve the superintendent's report items 9B through 9I, pardon me?
Motion to approve 9B to 9I.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Donner. All right, discussion. Any questions?
Seems like the fire alarm thing's resolved. It worked 2 months in a row, huh?
Yeah, Ray came in and actually moved it, away from the heat source that was setting the sensor off. So he did come in on a Saturday and rewire it and move it down, so, fixed,
No other issues.
no.
And enrollment is down a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit down,
Well, there's lots of houses currently listed for sale recently, so that might change. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey?
Yes.
Mr. Hart?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
Mr. Corelli?
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on down the line, Mrs. Roseborough.
Okay, we have,
I'm sorry, can I ask a quick question about enrollment? What's been the average number in the past couple years for a grade level?
I mean, I can tell you exactly, so grade levels, we have, 63 in kindergarten with 3 teachers, so
That's this year?
17 kids, yeah. 65 in first grade, 72 in second. Every first grade has 4 sections, so about 18 kids in the class, 17 kids in a class. Our largest population of kids are our current, they'll be 8th graders next year,
I'm sorry,
91.
were you asking historically whether the enrollment has gone up or down?
I mean, obviously it's gone down.
Yeah, well, no, our enrollment is up.
Up.
Yes,
Oh.
it's up from when I came in.
I think
yeah.
that's what you were asking, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
No, my question was, is it down this year? Like, weren't we I thought we were above 7, what was it? Weren't we at,
yeah, we were 7 something.
yeah, we're
We're at
761.
761, right now. I think we lost 7 kids in the last week. We have 7 kids coming off roll as of April 2nd, I believe, so, yeah, I don't know there's
Just like families moving?
yeah, just moving, families are moving.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd finish the year out, wouldn't you?
Cleaning camp.
School dues, FSS.
Yeah, birthdays on my birthday.
All right.
That's correct.
Mrs. Roseborough?
We have 5 workshops for our staff to attend, 2 resignations, an FMLA request. We have a couple of whole instructions for approval. There were changes in the Schedule B appointments that we have to approve this evening. We have the revised school calendar, and then a submission to the New Jersey Department of Education. So I move to approve the Personnel and Student Services Report, items 10B through 10H.
All right, Mrs. Roseborough makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Discussion, questions? I would just like to point out, since we are approving the revised calendar, I know we've discussed it a lot because of all the snow closures, and just because we have our public here and we're streaming, for those who are not aware, it will be posted after tonight. Yes?
Yeah, we'll email it out to everybody.
So that'll be coming out, and the big takeaway, if you're listening versus gonna see it in the morning, is that the 15th through 17th of June will be early dismissals, with 8th grade graduation on the 16th, and the 17th will be the last day for students. There is no early dismissal the week of the 8th. Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none. Roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey?
Yes.
Mr. Hart?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
Mr. Corrali?
Yes. Motion carries. Okay. Curriculum and policy. It's very short today. NJSLA testing schedule is out and rolling. It is going to be May 4th through 5th for science, grades 5 and 8. May 13th, English and reading, grades 3 through 8. May 14th, ELA for grades and writing for grades 3 through 8. And May 15th for mathematics. Keep an eye on your email inboxes. If you have kids in the district, there will be some tools coming out in the next week or so, I believe, on Monday. They are going to give you some tools and things you can do at home with your kids to get them prepped. It is a new style test. It is an adaptive test, which should, in theory, provide much better data once we get it on curriculum, how things are going. It's a brave new frontier. Southampton should be really proud. We had a lot of teachers who helped be involved in that process in terms of, the pilot program, practicing, doing the work to get this test going, while other districts have really been struggling just implementing it. Southampton is ready to go. So, aside from that, there's nothing new on the curriculum and policy front. Does anyone have any questions about curriculum and policy? Okay, moving on down the line. Mr. Hart, budget, finance, and facilities.
Yeah, we've got our tentative 2026-27 budget submission amounts that were sent to the county for approval. I'm assuming we're still on point for the dates of the 27th for our public meeting. And we also have our preschool planning workbook updated and budget planning worksheet that was attached. I hope everybody got a chance to look at that. I'm assuming the numbers are very close to what they were last year.
There are more.
This has the bigger number in it, correct?
Yes, because there's more students.
1.4 last year,
Okay.
1.7 this year.
And the carryover we can keep, right?
Yes.
That's pretty much it for our budgets and facilities. Make a motion to approve as such.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Roseborough. Questions, comments, discussion? I do want to take a quick moment for those who may not be aware. If you've been paying attention to education news in the state of New Jersey this week, it is budget season across the state. We're not the only ones doing this. And across the state, particularly in more suburban areas, there are districts who are really struggling right now with multi-million-dollar shortfalls, school closures, and in areas where you might not expect. where you might think, oh, they've got the tax money, they can afford it. Even districts that have already applied waivers to go well above the 2% cap, they are still closing schools. Every single day this week, every single day. And I just want to say that I am thankful for the work that our administration has been doing. I want to say I'm thankful for the members of this board, honestly, for the focus that we've put on student outcomes while still maintaining that we're not applying for a waiver to go above the tax cap. We're not closing schools. Our kids are moving in a positive direction. We've got numbers recently. There's still work to do, but we're starting to see the growth that we hope to see. So thank you for everyone for your work, but a specific shout out to admin. Being mindful of budgets, cutting where you can, being frugal across the board from top to bottom, that we wouldn't be in this spot if it wasn't for you. So thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Wright?
Yes.
Mr. Donner?
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey?
Yes.
Mr. Hart?
Yes.
Mr. Allen?
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough?
Yes.
Mr. Hahn?
Yes.
And Mr. Corelli?
Yes, motion carries. Okay, public relations. Mrs. Hope.
The spring community night is coming up, that's Thursday, May 7th at 6 p.m. I'm sure is it the same as, it's the art exhibit and the music going and the food trucks and all those good
yes.
things, so yeah, it's a fun night.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on. We'll have more details on that. They've been meeting as a committee, to come up with all the activities that are going on, so the flyer will include everything.
Okay.
Did we set up a table there or no?
No,
I
they
don't
don't.
think so.
Oh,
We did before.
Yeah, I think
What?
They don't
there's
want
a lot
us, they
of
don't
walking
want to
around.
see us.
Yeah, if you're gonna come, I would say go enjoy the exhibits that
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
out there based on the kids.
I think it's better to see us
No, it's just
moving
right here on
around.
campus.
Yeah.
And
It's the
they
art
can
show and then
corner us,
it's fine.
which is not good. But
Okay.
Oh, no,
to know
was
that
the-
we're
it's in September.
being involved, you know, caring versus, I wouldn't go to a board table if I had kids and wanting to see
There's
all
too
the
much
stuff,
to
so.
say.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I didn't know if that was
Yeah,
something we did or
no,
not.
we have
Okay.
not in the past anyway.
That's probably.
Did we, I forgot where we left this with Arts in the Village. Are we gonna have an art installation there, do we know? I know we talked about it before.
I don't know.
Okay, can we just look,
Yeah,
look,
I'll
I know
look
it's,
into
I think it's May something, so we have some time, I just wanna.
It-
I thought it was in the fall.
No, I was just gonna say the other thing is our play that is in
Oh,
progress.
yes, the play is going on.
Mhm.
It's
Today
been
and
Thursday,
tomorrow.
Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm going tomorrow.
I hear it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it's very good, but
I also wanna say thank you to, I guess that would be our guidance counselors last night, the social.
Social, yeah.
There was an ice cream social at the school. It was set up by the guidance department, and they brought in some organizations. STRA was there, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and they had a lot of ice cream. Like, you only run out, and I left a little bit later, and they still had like tubs left. But it was delicious. They had students helping out with toppings. They had kids making Lego cars and racing them, like with the Boy Scouts. It was a fun event, and it was quick. It was nearby. Kids had fun. So, thank you. Don't let them know. Appreciate it. Okay, Mr. Donner, technology.
Technology, all right, so the cameras are preparing for installation during spring break. Chromebooks, 2 additional classes, how many units is that per class set?
Usually the carts can hold 25, so about 50 new
So
Chromebooks.
50 units, okay.
Yeah.
And then facilities request implementation Brightly, so that's what we talked about earlier, that's the new software system.
Yes.
So the STSD module app, what's the problem with the messaging issues? It's filters.
Yeah, so there's a couple things. The app is not married to the updated Google Calendar, so that's one. The news events on it seem to be stale, so we wanna get those updated. And then there was some messaging, a new update that they came out with, and Matt is working with the creators of the app to get those things updated.
But overall, is everyone fairly happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a ton better for parents with multiple children to have one location to communicate with their teachers, you know, instead of the homeroom app, the Remind app, all
Everybody
the things
was
that were
using
out there,
something
we've
different.
streamlined it, and we're able to view it on our side as administration to see, what is going on in the messaging.
I have not bothered with it since it came out. I know there were some bugs when it first got implemented, but
Right.
has it been rectified that my wife and I can both be on it to
Yeah.
see our children, or is
So
it
it's-
still just one
It's
parent?
still the primary.
Still just her?
Yeah, so
Okay.
that is something that they're working on. I know
That,
Matt's
that,
here,
that
so
would be the
we're-
next thing, cause if I
Yeah.
don't, yeah.
We're
Okay.
working on getting two
Thank you.
people, it is a request. So we haven't had that meeting yet with them.
No.
Not yet. We have a follow-up meeting, cause I think we were relatively, one of the first,
I'm
pilot
surprised that that
program.
didn't occur to them in the development of this process, that there might be two parents wanting to be involved.
Yeah, you would
Right.
think.
So I don't think it's so much that, is that it pulls from our student data system, and it only pulls the cause it aligns the kid with the teacher, it only pulls the very first primary contact. So they have to have it pull from our student information system, the second
You would have
contact.
primary and secondary,
Yeah,
and
you
if there's a
typically would,
tertiary,
you're
you
right,
bump that,
yeah.
I mean, why not? Why couldn't, you know, if my mom is the third caretaker that also picks them up from school, I wouldn't have an issue with 3 people, so while they're going that one extra step, you know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
alternate arrangements that modern
Yeah.
families have. So don't stop at 2, however many the people would like to add to it within reason, would be the suggestion I would give
Yeah.
them at this point.
Well, I agree, I mean,
Yeah,
families,
definitely.
are, no 2 families look alike.
Correct.
Anymore, I mean, ever, but it's definitely nowadays. I would just say we probably wanna be careful about more than 2 in regards to the messaging app, because then you've got a lot of chiefs
Almost,
talking to a
you
teacher.
know that almost, sure, as far as two-way messaging, absolutely,
Yeah.
I think that makes sense, because you don't want the Brady Bunch arguing
Yeah.
with the teacher, but, receiving the message is its own thing, and every single app that I have used through work or something else has filters that can very easily be applied, and levels of access that it shouldn't be difficult to categorize those caregivers as such.
So one thing that I'll say with regard to that is that, with access to student records and things of that nature, especially
Sure.
communication, we have to still be conscious of FERPA. Because even though
Absolutely.
you might be okay with your mother getting it, the
What
law might not.
I'm more referring to is the pickup. For example, the other day, a teacher was sick and the after-school club was canceled.
Sure.
I don't get the notification.
Oh, no,
That
I
the
think.
people that would be picking the child up should have access to that.
What you're saying is absolutely valid and reasonable. What I'm saying is,
Sure, with
on
medical
the
records, yeah.
school end, in terms of
No, I get
granting access, we need to be conscious just about who has access to student records.
Sure.
So that we don't put federal funding at risk.
Absolutely.
I also imagine that if the more people or the more pieces that we add to it, the more it's gonna cost.
No, we're gonna
Yeah.
charge them
Charge us.
development fees for helping them improve the product.
Yeah, but-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
charge us for if we wanted to make changes or
No, it's,
add-on features?
we haven't had any charges or
Okay.
anything. It's supposed to marry right along to our website and our calendar, and then the messaging feature was really why we pushed for it this year. So we'll get those other, things worked out, we're working on it.
I guess so last season, it was really helpful because for boys basketball, one of my kids is in middle school, and the coach was always like, hey, game is away, here it is, parents, blah, blah, practice is gonna be over. It was really, really helpful. But my understanding is that some other teams are now going back to using Remind, so I just,
They should not be.
Okay.
Yeah, all athletics should be through the messaging app. Every teacher has the capability
Okay.
to build their own chat group within there.
Okay, if we
So,
could just,
yeah.
maybe it's just an educational
I'll mention
issue.
that,
Okay.
yeah. And it might be new coaches, we
Well,
have
that's
a
right,
lot of new
that's-
coaches,
yeah.
so that might be the case.
Yeah, just before the season
Yeah.
gets really underway, and then
Yes.
people get used to something else, and then we're back to 2 to 3
Yeah,
to
we'll
4 to
make
5
sure
out.
that's,
So, all right.
it's for their protection.
Well, exactly, yeah.
So the projector in the Warrior Dome is working as expected?
And then the NJSLA infrastructure testing for the testing that's coming up. Has any teachers tried it?
We have been running practice tests, so, and we did the field testing in the fall, and we didn't have any problems then. So we'll be fine.
When it tests, does it stay within that range like it's supposed to, within the grade range? Or and does it start to elevate back up as it asks the questions?
I'm not quite sure what you're
You-
asking.
You said it was adaptive. to
It's
some
adaptive.
degree.
Yeah, so
So
what
it's
it,
supposed to stay within the range?
it stays within the standard of that grade level that the child is testing. So
Okay.
if you're a third grade student, your, test will adapt to the third grade standards. It won't go up to like fourth grade standards or fifth grade standards. It stays within that grade band of standards.
So I guess my question is, let's say I have 3 levels within third grade, 1, 2, and 3, like, so let's say the child gets the first one wrong, it drops down to level 2.
Well, there might be multiple similar to see if that really, maybe it was just a fluke that they got that wrong. There might be another one that's similar.
But will it come back up is what I'm
Yes,
saying? Will it
as
come back
they,
up as
yes,
it goes
as
through?
they advance in the
Okay.
questions, it will readjust back up too,
All right.
yes.
I just wanna know, understand that.
How long is the test?
150 minutes.
Ooh,
That's a
They're
long
not
time
taking-
for kids.
So when they,
I like
yeah,
it.
they're not taking 150. It's, I think, everyone that has, you know,
So they're
looked at the
allowed
test,
150 minutes.
they're allowed
not gonna just
150
answer
minutes,
questions
yeah.
for that
After
long.
75 minutes, they take a 10-minute break and then they go back to testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the average class length is how long? I mean, that's a long.
Middle school.
Middle school's double periods, so they're
Okay.
they're 84 minutes.
So it's 2 periods, basically.
Yeah.
All right, and then the BO meeting, that's the BOE meeting, that's live streamed tonight, that's www.youtube.com/@STSD board meetings. And it's HTTPS, so it is a secured site. I'm just saying it so anybody listening that couldn't find it.
I still feel insecure.
That's okay. Mr. Hart found it, I heard it over there.
Well, it's funny, no, because I had it up too to see if it's working, and I think there's 2, it's just me and you watching, it says there's 2 watching.
I forgot, no, I'm not watching it now, I forgot the mute button.
Back to one.
That's funny.
And that's it.
All right,
wanted to
thank
see
you,
if it
Mr.
worked.
Yeah, that me too.
Thank
Any
you,
other?
Mr. Boki, for being here.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mr.
On
Boki,
our
thank
first
you for
one.
getting this entire live streaming setup going. It's been a labor of love for this board and the
So,
board members previous.
in that vein, it was further down on the agenda, as I was reminded, but I did not see it on the website. Can we make sure that the public can find it on the website somewhere prominently, because it's not gonna be, if I can't find it, it's probably not there.
Yeah. Yeah, our recommendation would be to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
If you click the meeting you would like, you'll get notifications that the meeting is live. So,
Well, I think it's good
we'll
that
also put it on the website,
There's been
but
enough
yeah.
complaints that it's difficult to find the meeting agenda, let alone the YouTube channel, so anything we can do to make that easier, then the less miscommunication there can be.
Yeah, I registered for it this morning, but I didn't get the notification, didn't come through.
Did you hit the bell?
Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications.
We'll put a little cheat sheet together on how to
Perfect.
get the notifications.
All right. Okay, moving on down the line to referendum. I'm gonna go ahead and let Mrs. Geibel take it away from here.
So we have some, spring break initiatives. The foyer in school 2-3, the carpet, when you first come in, is being replaced. We're, got the camera installation in all 3 buildings. They're doing the footing and the foundation, and, next week, or over spring break, they will be putting in the sewer lateral line, the water line, and we're working with PSE&G. And they're gonna begin, over spring break out here, putting up the fence for the track and turf.
Is there any budgetary implication of that sewer lateral? I might have missed that in the,
So the update on that is, if my Friday email,
I
I
remember the
explained
note,
that there is no lateral there. So the budgetary, obviously, we've been being billed for the lateral. Our records go back to 2011, to the township for that lateral. The Pineland sewer, as well as the business administrator, and we're all on one email. That's something we have to discuss and find out how we're gonna, move forward from here.
and we'll just take it for free, or that way we don't have to charge interest for those payments we made way back when, because the economy's gone up a lot since then.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is something we're gonna have to
Okay.
work out.
Are we really gonna keep calling the building the annex, the humanities annex? Are we gonna give it a name, or?
Humanities
Number 4?
Annex.
I mean, come on, we don't have names
Yeah.
for these
It's like
schools.
It's gotta be like the Cross the Street Club or something like that, yeah.
Across the street.
I guess you'll
Come
end up
on, man.
saying the annex, but it.
Yeah, the annex, humanities annex.
There's no
Yeah, it's very bland.
possible name for it.
Well, if that's gonna change, if there's something we wanna do about the name, we need to do it before the building's erected.
Are you gonna
because
put a sign
it
up
will
front that says
actually say
Humanities Annex?
Humanities
Oh,
Annex
no.
on there, yes.
Yep.
Yes, so
Okay.
if that is something you would like to take the charge in coming up with, I mean,
I think that
around
would be
here,
a,
it's school 1, 2,
that
and
would
3,
be a
so.
fun, that would be a fun district-wide process, as long as they don't name it like Bodie McAnnex Face.
Betty,
You
you're
know
not
what I mean?
getting another building.
Darn.
Betty, right.
Yeah, but let the kids come up with a name.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be a good student contest
If-
for
if-
middle school.
And let the board approve it, so if they come up with something absolutely ridiculous, we're not gonna
The
go
letters have
with
been
it.
ordered,
Oh.
just saying, the
It's-
submittal on that was done.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
okay.
But
I know,
it
but
doesn't,
I mean, it's,
So that's
It
fine,
just
you
made-
can use
I
that,
know,
you can
I-
use that
I
formal
think
thing, but then, you know, there's a little sign under it
Yeah.
that the art class makes that says kitty corner or whatever.
It's not just you. Well, and not with the annex in particular. I was fine with humanities annex. It's like, okay, because I've been to a lot of school. I went to a lot of schools, 13 schools in total in my life.
Holy.
And I was like, your schools are named number 2, number 1, number 3. Is this like
Yeah.
Brooklyn or Harlem? Like, are we in
Right.
like the city where we have too many names, so we just start using numbers? So I've always thought it would be nice to have schools with names, because even at our 8th grade dialogue, it's just always interesting because it's like, you know, name of price, name of place, number 3, name of place and or person. So, but I do understand the idea. I think it would be cool to engage the community and or specifically the student body to be involved in that process. But I do think it has to be a curated process, or we're gonna have school number 6, 7. So.
Meg, do you like humanities annex?
I don't really. I mean,
Probably
She
just
doesn't
I'm
didn't
care.
know
still
what
calling
else
it
to
the
call
bus
it.
garage.
Yeah.
The bus garage, yes.
I-
Can I-
I'm working towards that.
I like that better.
Just give you a little history, Russ and I can give you a little history.
Warrior
All right.
annex.
Yeah, you want a history lesson? We did try to name the schools.
We did.
Yes, we had it at, I don't know if the people submitted names, I don't know if it was the kids or who, but names that were submitted, nobody could agree upon, so we left them 1, 2, and 3. So it was tried
Oh.
many moons ago, but I'm not saying we shouldn't
Should
try it.
do it,
I
yeah.
think that might be a fun thing to try and see what.
I have to say, the last, land board meeting I was at, they, took a little bit of time to recognize a gentleman, and his history was amazing. I don't remember his name, I don't believe you were there, Miss Roselle, but, I mean, I was emotional listening to the accomplishments this gentleman, and I'm gonna go back and look and see what his name was, but I was blown away by, the contribution he has made to not just Southampton, but the world. He was in the military. It was amazing, the story that I heard, and I don't remember who he was, but I'm sure there are people in that.
Well, we might
reside
wanna
here in
set up a few
Southampton.
guidelines for it,
Yeah.
like suggestions, like
Yeah.
that. Okay, maybe somebody famous that in the world or in Southampton or something like that, along with other things, but just to streamline it a little bit, because you will get some probably pretty,
Well, I
might
think that it would be a
fun, fun
It would be a
exercise.
joint, I think that it would be hilarious, kinda like the write-ins for the last board election. There were some funny ones, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, it's a lighthearted thing, but the final approval would be by the board and the administration,
Oh, yeah.
right? So it's not like,
Something uniquely Southampton.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say worldly, I would say
Yeah.
something uniquely
Yeah.
Southampton.
Preferably related to, if possible, education or children in some way.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could
Or a
be-
thing, or an event, or a place.
yeah, I would lean away from people necessarily, but.
I mean, how many things can we name Pine Plank? Well, I mean, we could always, there's there is nothing prohibiting anyone from emailing the Board of Education or the Administrative Office with suggestions, and maybe this is something just needs to be thought about a little bit, and if there's a process, maybe?
Maybe if we ask Verizon to fix the cell phone service in Southampton, it could be the Verizon Annex.
Yeah.
Then we got revenue. Next.
All right, so just to follow up with that, you'll get back to us on maybe some ideas for
Yeah.
how we might be able to approach that? And just because we have community members who aren't here tonight who I know who would ask, just so that we have a rough idea, if we did have to get new letters, is there like a range of cost on that?
I'd have
If
to
you could let
ask
us
them
know.
what
Yeah.
they were,
Okay.
but I know that they were ordered.
What
because
is it, are they like metal light up
They're
sign?
metal, they don't light up, they're metal black,
Okay, just a powder coated.
letters, and they stick
Right.
off about, that
Yeah, it's
far
not
off
too
the
bad.
building.
We can always scrabble it and just say, these are the letters you have to work with.
Oh, that would be a good one, yeah.
Make an anagram.
Come up with
That's
something.
right, that would be a good one.
All right, any other questions or anything you wanna go over with referendum? Questions? Okay, with that, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the referendum account bill list as included in the agenda.
A motion to approve the item 15B account bill list.
Thank you, Mr. Allen, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hahn. Last time, any discussion, questions, bill list? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Wright,
Yes.
Mr. Donner,
Yes.
Mrs. Hoey,
Yes.
Mr. Hart,
Yes.
Mr. Allen,
Yes.
Mrs. Roseborough,
Yes.
Mr. Hahn,
Yes.
Mr. Corelli.
Yes, motion carries. All right, moving on to unfinished business. Please be aware, members of the Board of Education, bios on website. I think most everyone is done. How do we have?
I think Ms. Roseborough is missing one still.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that, cause I didn't see it there.
I think everyone sent them in now.
Yeah.
All right, while they check that, the dates for the CSA Board and Evaluation, board members, you can find those listed under new business as well, the actual dates themselves, as an FYI. Dates for calendar, again, if you have any trips or anything like that planned, please let board leadership know as soon as you can, so we can make sure we have quorum and et cetera as we get into the end of the year. And lastly, email signatures. I think most everybody has done this. If you have not yet done your email signature and you need assistance with your email signature, please let Mary, myself, let board leadership know. Mr. Bilkey is very helpful. He will get you set up, but the board should all have a unified email signature, so it is the same branding, the same unified communication moving forward.
I can do my email signature comes up when I'm composing a letter, but it doesn't come up when I'm replying to it. I mean, when I'm composing the
It
email,
could
but
be
it doesn't come up
set to
when
the
I'm-
bottom of the quote or something.
Yes, it's,
Okay.
if you'll see little the three dots, if you press that, it should show that it's hidden
Oh,
there.
okay, okay.
All right.
No, it's not even lighting up green.
Okay, so moving on, is there any questions on those items? Moving on to new business, Southampton Advisory Committee dates are listed. We discussed that at work session. If you have questions, let me know. The April Board of Education and the public meeting, just be aware for the general public, the new date is April 27th. That is a Monday at 7 p.m. rather than a Tuesday, or pardon me, a Thursday. Like I said, April is a very busy month, so that public budget meeting will be April 27th. There's,
Mention why we changed. Because of the budget.
yeah, so for those who don't know, budgets in terms of deadlines and dates were all pushed because we can't do anything until the governor does her address, and then that gets pushed down, and then all the dates move, and they shuffle on down the line. We have to send our initial budget to our county superintendent, who does an initial review, kicks it back to us, then we do a deeper dive, and Mrs. Conroy has been really great at giving us an initial dig through, and there'll be time to go through in more depth so that everyone understands, knows, and can ask any questions they have regarding your school district's budget. Lenape Regional High School 2026 Spring Student Performances Flyer is also on the agenda, so be sure to take a look at that. They just finished up Into the Woods at Seneca. The new graduation date, because like us, they also had snow. So the new Lenape Regional graduation date is Thursday, June 18th. Board members, please start checking your calendars to see if you will be able to attend. It is always nice to be able to have board members there to say congratulations to students as they leave Seneca, because they started here. Governor's Educator of the Year ceremony is on May 18th. And again, I mentioned that evaluation dates, that you will find those below.
Guess what? Our work session is on the 18th.
When is graduation? It's a half day. Do you know when graduation for Seneca starts on the 18th?
It's usually like 6 o'clock or something, isn't it?
Even on a half day?
Yeah,
It's in
Yeah,
the
it never
evening.
starts
I'm
early.
I
pretty
would
sure.
say it's probably around 6.
Is that a
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
but
They
that's our
moved
work
it,
session.
And now we have a work session
Oh.
on that day.
I have a graduate.
Oh, well.
Well, you'll have to tell them tough letters.
I already missed her one thing tonight. I'm not missing another.
Oh, no,
No,
of course not.
um,
That might be something we need to
So
address.
we have the work session on the 18th, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's conflicting.
Since
We
they
can move
changed.
it to the 17th?
They changed it, yeah.
We can, if the 17th works.
when is,
Ours is the 16th.
okay. Can you ever just check the calendars real quick? 17th?
Of June
Yes.
Our graduation is 16th.
16th.
Seneca's is the 18th, but that's our work.
Oh, yeah. Sharon and I
Yeah,
both
I
won't be
have-
back yet.
Yeah, and I have 17th second.
Okay.
We'll have to
Um,
figure,
I mean, you don't need to wait on me, but it's just not good for me.
Okay.
I mean, unless we just do a board meeting, in June,
One knockout, drag out,
one longer one.
midnight session that Leon likes.
We're gonna have the evaluation.
Well, but we have the evaluation,
Oh, yeah.
so,
On the 25th.
I mean, I know no one wants to do this, but what about the 19th?
Or what about the
We won't be
15th?
here either.
We're closed.
This is June.
We're off on the 17th.
Holiday.
to the 20th.
That's
What about a Monday,
Juneteenth.
15th?
We're off.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah.
17th, yeah.
So then that jumps us into
Well, what about the 15th, Monday?
We got June 11th.
15th.
I'd say let's just do one.
Eighth grade picnic.
It sucks, but if we
Well,
just do one,
How
then
many people are going to the Lenape, graduation? I think maybe that would be first.
We won't, we will be minimum quorum because there's gonna be at least 3 of us who aren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Well,
I'm
how
not-
long is
and
the
I'm not
graduation?
running again.
can we just do it later?
No.
wait, why can't we do the 15th?
Only a father would say that, not a
Yeah,
mother.
we can do the 15th.
Yes.
What about the 15th, ladies and gentlemen? Monday, the 15th.
I'm open.
Yeah, Monday's okay.
15th.
Okay for the 15th.
All right, so Monday the 15th,
Sorry.
Instead of the 18th.
yes. So the June 18th work session will be moved to the 15th.
Are we actioning this or it's just happening?
We don't need to, well, do we actually, Mr. Solicitor? Do we have to vote on a meeting change?
You should, because you have to vote on the schedule to begin with.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to move the June 18th work session to June 15th, same time.
Motion to switch it up.
All right, thank you, Mr. Allen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Roseborough. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And just like that, the problem is solved. Yay. Okay. Lastly, our board is currently certified as a master board. That has to be recertified, and to do that, the board has to have credits. Training sessions provided by NJSBA can serve as credits. Every year, we usually do a board retreat in the summer. It's one day. We will likely still do that this summer because that has been practice. That will cover a big chunk of those credits, but it is not enough if we want to recertify, and we have to get about 4 more credits by August.
Can they be accomplished individually, or does it have to be with a
It has to
quorum?
be the group. It has to be a minimum of 7 board members and the superintendent in attendance.
Yikes.
So, to that end, I've spoken with our rep, Justin Wright, a little bit about it. He did say that the CSA evaluation training that we're gonna do to make open to the public so they know how evaluations are done, that does count for one of them.
It does.
I did suggest to him if it was possible, if we could tack on to the front or end of a meeting, what that would look like in terms of length of time.
What's the time requirement for 4 credits?
So it is, the classes vary, but it's 45 to an hour, isn't it?
1 hour's 1 credit.
Yeah.
Holy,
So that means we need to add at least
4 hours.
Yeah.
What's the benefit of being a master board?
Bragging rights. It also shows that your board is continuing. I mean, that's basically it. Well, that's not true. It also demonstrates to the public that the board is taking efforts to educate itself on an ongoing basis on current policies and trends and rules. So in the same way we expect our administrators to do continuing education and our staff to do PD, it's our PD. Now, we aren't paid,
I
so
was gonna say
there is a
that, but I
difference.
thought somebody-
But it was a heavy lift to get it in the first place.
Right.
It was a lot of training hours, so
It'd be nice if we could continue it and keep it going.
correct.
Um,
And the individual trainings that we attend don't count?
No, the individual
Individuals
trainings
do
do
not.
not count towards the master board certification. So,
All the arguments we have about random things don't count?
Joe's
We've got
lined up
4
with
hours.
I mean, I've got enough credits right there to like certify a couple boards.
What type of things would we do to get,
so
what would be
Well,
examples?
they have a list of
Okay.
workshops that we can choose,
Oh, okay.
and I can't think off the top of my head what they are, but there's,
Well, Mr. Wright can give us the list, right, and then we'll,
yeah, let me
Think
just
about
give
it.
you a rough idea real quick.
And then we would attend
Contact
as a
Mr.
whole.
And it has to be before August, Mr. Crowley?
Yes, I'll give you the exact date one moment, because it's a lot
How many hours
to
do we need?
put to
we
put
only
in.
need 4. That's not that bad. I mean, 4 hours is doing a workshop, or a
Work session.
work,
Okay, well, I'll circulate
And
it.
does it have to be,
In person?
proctored by somebody from NJSBA?
yeah.
It does have to be
Yeah.
proctored, okay. I was gonna say, cause if we could tack on a half hour, something here and there, then it wouldn't be as bad as
Well,
coming in for 4
we
straight
could-
hours on.
Well, we could have Justin come prior to a board meeting
Correct.
and get that hour.
4
in.
hours?
Easiest way to do it.
Not 4 hours, do
Okay.
an hour, for the next 4 board meetings or next however many meetings, so that we're not
Yeah.
adding more
Nights.
meeting nights, just adding an hour to it.
So that's what I initially proposed to him, and he seemed amenable. However, his April schedule is really, really busy. Granted, ours is too, because we have the budget hearing. So it would we would need to agree to do that system for basically every meeting in May and June,
Yeah, but
and that would
have
get us
to-
there.
Oh,
Well, are we meeting in July?
well, maybe we will. I don't know. I don't know.
When is
Um,
board retreat?
I don't think we have
We
anything.
have to set a date for board
We
retreat.
could add, but we don't have anything on the schedule.
All right, let me see what he said. All right, he didn't respond to the last email yet, but the exact date we have to have it done by is, we have until August 13th.
So that means we might have, if we
July.
did a,
So can we do it August 12th from 8 PM until midnight?
No, not August.
I mean,
Totally joking, Mr. Hunt.
well, no, but I mean,
It's like, you
No,
don't
he's
have a
not.
one of those
workshop.
things is a board retreat, right? That knocks
that,
out
that's what I was
a
gonna
huge
say.
chunk. We could do
If we
two.
did 3 hours board retreat and 1 hour somewhere else, we'd have it knocked out.
Oh,
Oh,
so,
no. The
It's
3 to
board
4
retreat and
is
4
if
hours.
we do board retreat.
Oh,
It's an addition.
oh, an
Correct.
addition.
The assumption is we do board
Oh.
retreats, we do it every year, that knocks out, because the
Okay.
total is 7 credits.
How long
Okay.
how long does this accreditation last? Because we've never done this before.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem.
You
We
have to get
should
so
have
many
been
credits
doing
over the
a
time.
couple every year,
Oh.
So we did the board retreat
So
last
that-
year,
We did, but
which
that's
counted
it.
towards it.
Yeah.
you know, so that we wouldn't have this issue. We could have done 1 or 2 last year, 1 or 2 the year before.
Can we rename board retreat, cause it wasn't much of a retreat? That's
Board
another
work day?
misnomer, misleading thing there.
I don't remember.
So, okay, so we could either add on to the May and June meetings, and then do board retreat, and that would be 7.
It would be our work session meetings?
It would have to be both.
Oh,
We'd have to do 1 at work session, 1 at voting session.
will we
So
be able to-
Justin would come and do some kind of continuing education and
Yeah, and it's open to the public too, so whatever we do or learn about, whether it's, you know, budget, finances, policy, whatever, legal update, whatever it is, it's open to the public, so they also can come attend. It's 1 hour,
And we were doing it an hour before the meeting?
unless you want to do an hour after, but I think it'd be easier for
It's
scheduling
gonna
wise
be-
with Justin
yeah.
to say, hey, because sometimes our meetings run long, sometimes they don't, so. So let's do this. Check your calendars, right? Because first and foremost, if you can't come an hour early at the next the meetings in May and June, it's a moot point. So check to see if you are available an hour early. So 5 for work sessions, 5:30 for voting sessions, and as long as we can have 7 confirmed for each of those minimum, and then no one can back out, then we can knock it out.
And you wanna do these in May and June?
Yes.
Just the working people,
Cause he's busy in April.
it's figure their schedule.
well, I can tell you that the June meeting, I already sent you my dates that I'm away.
Yeah. So, but
Not
we
the
get,
work session.
the
but
voting,
public
yeah,
meeting,
the voting
or
session,
we'll-
so.
yeah.
But again, we can be down 1 or 2, we have to have 7, and Mrs. Geibel has to be there.
Well,
Sorry.
then, I would almost rather, if you're gonna add the hour, instead of adding an hour to 4 meetings, like, add an hour to 2 meetings and then do a 2-hour session that we can come to. That means that if we're missing, like, somebody for, like, Mrs. Hoey is gonna be gone, or
Mhm.
whatever, that it's not that big of a deal, and we have the flexibility to do that whenever, right? Like, whenever we can all get together.
We have to notice it, because it's a public meeting.
Oh, they'll notice, no,
Can we do
Could
it
you
on a
please do it on
Saturday
that
for
week?
4 hours?
I mean,
Right,
Call it a day.
The other thing, the
Very-
other
I
thing
sent
we
you
can.
the time I'm away.
The other thing that we can do, I mean, I had to run it by Justin to make sure he said he'd be okay with it, but I'm sure he would, is we could do, instead of just doing a board retreat, we could change the name from board retreat and say we're doing 2 weekend educational sessions and do 2 different sets of 3 or 4 hours
Is it in person or is it Zoom?
in person.
In person.
Yeah, it would be nice to do Zoom, but you can't.
None of- none of
No,
it
I
sounds
think
great.
I mean, I don't mind doing the 2 sessions, if it's on, are you talking about like a Saturday morning?
Yeah, like on a Saturday morning,
4 hours?
yeah.
Yeah,
Good with that.
sign me up.
Yeah.
That's.
Would that be,
To our long.
Talking about doing Saturday mornings.
let me
2
rephrase this. Would
Saturday
anyone have a hard time or trouble with dealing with 2 Saturday longer sessions in the morning and then knocking it out that way? Rather than tacking on multiple
In
work
the month of
May
and June?
May and June. And he maybe I would have to check, but he might even be able to do something in April, because most of his availability issues are during the week at night because of evaluations and budgets for boards.
I don't mean to be a pain, but in June, just so you know, my school's graduation is on the first Saturday in June, and I'm required to be there.
Oh, and I'm required to be there.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
I have questions that I'll ask later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
But aside from that, is everyone generally amenable? Because now we have to check with Justin, because he might say, and that doesn't matter.
I would be more receptive to May and June. versus April.
May and June.
But does it have to be May and June if we have it till August? Oh, I guess we don't wanna go in the summer.
I mean, if
months, is that what
someone,
you're
if you
saying?
guys wanna come back in April on a weekend,
No, I was thinking
You
more
meant
like
July.
July.
or sorry, July, I meant to say
Okay,
July.
yeah. But maybe we have
Um,
somebody to do that. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm not taking vacations this summer, so I don't care one way or the other, but I know other people do,
I
so.
don't have anything for them, but.
I'd rather knock it out before the summer.
Okay.
Okay. All right, well, let me see his availability and see if he's amenable to doing a weekend, and then I will circulate an email, so. Okay. With all of that being said, any other unfinished business? Okay.
Just a quick-
Moving on down the line to
Mr.
our.
Curley.
Oh, sorry.
Just confirmation for Monday the 30th, we're 3:30 here.
Yes.
Confirming that.
Wait, Monday the,
30th, that's the
That's-
advisory.
Advisory.
oh, not the one I just redid, okay.
Okay. Public comments. The rules for public comment are listed in your agenda. We're gonna go ahead and lead off with Deputy Mayor. We are opening public comment at 8:46.
Hi, good evening, Elizabeth Purcell, One Finch Report. And Leon, I'll get back to you at some point with all the changes, so
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. A question for Megan, very quick. On the committee night, on the community night, is there any publicity that I could start handing out?
Yes, we will have a flyer. It's not done yet, but the
Okay.
flyer will be coming out. I'll email it to you directly, but it'll also be on our Facebook page.
Okay.
In addition to.
When do you think that might be?
They just had the second meeting. I think they're securing, a couple more food trucks.
Okay.
I'll get you that as soon as I have it.
Perfect, thank you.
Megan, I will say, I'm actually the one in charge of doing the save the date flyer, so you should have it probably by Monday.
Perfect.
So.
By Monday.
I'm just thinking, we have a meeting on the 21st, and I could start.
That's wonderful. Yes,
Yeah.
we'll make sure you have it.
Just wanted to mention, I know there's all kinds of questions. Our mayor, Bill Raftery, has been sitting at the municipal building on Fridays, and sometimes I join him, from 12 to 3 o'clock. If you have any questions, you wanna do a one-to-one kind of thing, from 12 to 3, municipal building, we're in the conference room, which is, around the corner, you know, but it's right there. April 21st, 6 o'clock is our next meeting, and we're gonna discuss two important things. One of them is the budget. We had our first reading, this will be the second reading and the vote, and it's a flat tax for Southampton Township. I can't say that for the school part. We've already been told. And the other thing is affordable housing. We had the first reading, we will have our second reading, and then the vote. This is mandated by the state of New Jersey, so we have to do that. Okay, and right now we're looking at 44 units that we're told that we need to do in the next 10 years to complete. Okay, 44 is our number that we know. Okay? Do you have any questions? No?
Are they still looking at doing
Don't forget Fridays, 12 to 3.
is that housing still gonna be, currently it's planned to go behind Allen's?
I'm sorry.
The housing is gonna be behind Allen's Oil?
What the board did, they had to approve an area in need of development. That's the legalese.
Right.
And we approved the area alongside Allen's Oil, and, which is the old Stokely's.
Stokely's, yeah.
And then we also approved, 20638
Behind White Dot.
in back of, yeah,
White Dot there.
and back of White Dot, yeah. Those are the two, and all I'm saying is, it's in need of approvals. We don't have anything further than that, but those are the two areas that if a developer were coming in, that's what they would be looking at.
Have you
Okay.
had any interest from developers at all yet? How many units would they actually build to fulfill the 44?
We are not aware of anything. It has to
Nothing.
go to the land use board first, then it'll come to us, and nothing has been definitely proposed to the land use board. We're still waiting. Okay?
I don't know if you've looked at this yet, but especially with the Allen's Oil, with that section, can the township maybe consider extending that sidewalk down? Only because that's within 2 miles for courtesy busing. The state won't reimburse the district for transportation costs.
I can mention that to the mayor.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Public comment?
Just a couple things. Carol Foley, Southampton. Number one, I think it's great you're live streaming the meetings. I would encourage you to put the link on the website. I did check the agenda today, and it would seem a logical thing to do, put the link there. Just a couple of thoughts on the track and turf. One, I haven't heard any plans for the lighting. I would think that people who live on Main Street might be interested in what you're planning for the lighting. How often are the lights gonna be out? Does it impact the property on Main Street? I have property on Main Street, but it's at the other end, so it doesn't concern me. And as I drive down Main Street, I know that there's an area where the water drains. I don't know if that drains into the sewers or into the Rancocas. But again, I just have a concern that if we have a big gully wash of rain, that if the crumb rubber goes somewhere, it's gonna go into that area that drains the south end of the field. I don't know if there's a way to catch that, but it's just a thought. I don't know where they are with assessing drainage for the fields.
All the stormwater drainage was done, was completed. I think, when you see where the orientation of the field is actually going out there, I think you're referencing the gullies, the wetlands that's over by, the Main Street.
Yeah.
The field is going on the opposite side. It's gonna be parallel to 206, and, it's going to be where the current baseball field is, parallel that way. There will be no draining going down into the wetlands there where you're referencing towards Main Street. And in terms of the lights, we just had them in here explaining the lights. They are LED lights, and they are not the glaring stadium lights that you would see. For example, he said if you were to stand right next to the pole, there will be 4 poles positioned on the track. If you were to stand behind the pole, it would be completely black behind you. So it should not and, would not impede any of the families that are there. Obviously, if they looked out, they will see lights,
Right.
but it's not a glaring stadium lights, they're direct lights on the field.
Okay.
So they're new age lights. Yeah, good question, Seth.
Can I make a comment on that?
Absolutely.
So, he said Seneca has those lights.
Yes.
And Lenape
So,
too.
so if you're ever riding by, you could tell approximately what they would be like.
As in the front of the building or back in?
On the
On
field.
the field.
On the turf
On the
field.
turf.
And theirs are also much taller, cause they have the full bleachers, that we're not doing that.
Okay.
So they'll be lower down than those ones, but it's really interesting, cause I never connected that, but in Seneca, it does get real dark
does.
right past
It
it.
really
That's
does.
the beauty of where we live, is
Yeah.
that it does get dark.
Yeah.
You can maybe see stars.
Well, the nice thing too is they can be controlled really easily, unlike other fields where it's like, oh, I'm gonna turn it on for everyone to use all night, and then I'll be back at 10. Like, they can be turned off remotely from anywhere in the world, so that way you're done, it's off. So,
And I was here when we discussed the name for school number 3, it was pretty funny actually
See?
at the time. You know, I think there was a lot of names turned around, and then it was.
Do you remember any of the suggestions?
No, I
No.
don't. My kids
I
were
don't.
here at the time.
I don't either.
But, but last, school, of course it's school number 3, because we have 1 and 2, so.
alright. Okay. Any other public comments? Hearing none, we will close public comment at 8:54. And with that, I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned at 8:55 on March 26th. Public comment. Oh,